Again, without giving out too much information, there are several major systems that come into play in this map, and all of them are intertwined. So participating in one lets you participate in another, and so on. And the vaults are essentially our new dungeons. There are 14 vaults in the Isle of Siptah. All of them have unique monsters, and this goes back to the storm as well. I actually can't even tell you the number of new monsters we've added. There are new monsters, new attacks. It's a whole slew of new stuff. Um, but as you adventure into these vaults, you'll find new monsters and new treasures as well.
And each vault has like its own theme, right? They have their own boss monsters, they have their own kind of inhabitants, if you want to say. They have their own like color scheme and everything. They're actually, I think they're incredibly beautiful. And also, what I'm excited about is that they actually have puzzles as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, I agree absolutely. They're gorgeous on the inside. You know, one of the best things I think Conan Exiles has always had going for it is that it has really fantastic art, and working with our artists locally and our remote office ZPX, we've been able to pump out an awesome amount of new art. And our team of designers here also worked on, as Tasha mentioned, the puzzles inside. And each of the vaults have some unique mechanics and puzzles to work through as you go through them.
That's what I am personally very excited about, because I always felt that dungeons that doesn't, it's not just about fighting your way through, but it's also like figuring out which combinations to use, where do I actually have to go, because some of those dungeons are also vertical now. They're not just like horizontal, so you have to actually find your way up and down and sideways, and almost a little bit labyrinthy as well, depending on which of the walls we're talking about.
Yeah, we have a couple of level designers that put a lot of consideration into the layout of the dungeons, and once you get in and play them, you'll be able to tell. It's not extremely similar to the other dungeons in Conan Exiles, but it retains that same idea of kind of going into the belly of a beast when you enter one.
And it's of course the loot that you get in there is incredibly important, specifically for the game loop, right? Because there is things that you won't get anywhere else that you kind of need to do the next mechanic. And we're going to talk about. There's of course also legendary weapons that you can, legendary recipes I think as well, but also legendary weapons that you get from the bosses that are very unique and new as well.